For those of you who aren't familiar with the ARMS competitive scene, not that there will be many of you, Ramen Bowl is not, strictly speaking, considered quote-unquote legal, but there is a gentleman's clause within the European rules that allow us to agree to play on any stage that we fancy. So we'll be going to Ramen Bowl for this first game. First, in a best of 3, so basically it'll be the first match that I lose to Iceman, and then you'll see a second match where I also lose to Iceman. There will be no third match necessary because Iceman have already won 2-0. So we'll be getting ready to go. The GHLFs have been thrown out. And we are indeed going to be playing against Mr. Man here with his Min Min. Slight variation upon his original flavor. And meanwhile, I am bringing out the Lollipop, which is mostly inspired by Replicant's Lola. Not gonna lie and say anything I've ever come up with is original. Very few things are original in this game, especially at this point in its tenure. But at least I haven't been perfected yet. But now Ice is getting the measure of me, and he's going to start using that min-bolt strategy to just be very rude indeed. I really need to be smarter about using the Burchuck to defend, but really it's just not going to happen at this point. He's going to grab me, going to toss me for 150 damage. He already has. He gets the hit on the gong for the extra style points. So swapping out the Burchuck for the Popper in hopes that we might be able to do some sort of crazy rush combo, but realistically Ice is going to continue to beat me to death. Double bolt. Not going to reach it. Damn. Triggered the rush way too instinctively there. But Ice's choice of Ramen Bowl has proven itself to be very fortunate for him there. I'm freezing. Freezing to death. And now I'm going to be exploded by a laser. And that's going to be 1-0 to the Iceman. And yes, all the characters do have unique abilities. Some have variations upon a similar theme, so there are characters that share the deflect ability, but they also have other signature abilities on top of that. Right, so we're off to game 2 against the Man of Ice, and he's given me the option to pick a stage, and because I can, but I'll also change character, also because I can. Ice is ready. I am not, because I have to do the technical side of changing characters over on the stream as well. Okay. Here we go. Going to name redacted. Min versus Ribbon. How long can I last against Iceman? Can I even take a round? Odds are no. Iceman is one of the very best in the world. I am not! But this is my favourite stage in the game. And Ribbon is my favourite character. Get the early lead, but Ice has a massive rush advantage. And also that charged dragon arm. Ah, very luckily got rid of him. But walking into the bolt is never a good idea. And that, oh, nearly survived, did not. Last chance saloon to get anything of note. At least I'm getting hits. And landed most of the rush, but now I am in serious trouble because he's got free rush. Oh, I got around! Ice, you need to wake up, bro. You're not gonna last if you let me take rounds. You know, Riffer's waiting for you, bro. Ah, this is, see, now Ice has turned up. He's got his Sparky, he's got it permanently charged. And he's going to absolutely brutalize me for embarrassing him there. Ah, shouldn't have sent both out at once. That is very much advantage Iceman. Oh, the laser snuck behind the tube, and that is Icy taking things a comfortable 2-0, allowing us to move on to actual matches. And of course that isn't grand finals, again that's me not paying attention. This is balls. Right, so Iceman moves on completely expectantly with the 2-0 victory, which means we'll be getting Beppe and Yoshi on stream next. So I just need to do the things, get all the words. Anyway, how's everybody else? I see that the Riffski is in the old Chatski. There's Yoshi. Ready to go. Ski. And so now Now both Beppe and Yoshi are in. So now we wait to find out what their stage is going to be. Yeah, refer, like, Ice should never have lost the Parabon. Like, even one round. Ice is clearly slacking. Right, we're off to Buster Beach. Beppe and Yoshi doing things the normal way, with actual banning of stages following the process. And we go, Beppe with the Min Min against Yoshi's traditional Yoshi Bowser style Bite and Buck. So we have a Hydra on the Dragon Arm from Beppe. Gets a knockdown on Buck, but eats a Seiki and a knockdown. And another knockdown from the Slapamander going around the outside. 1-2 combination uncharged from Yoshi, goes for the grab, does get prevented from that landing. Beppe moving further back, just out of range, does eat the Seiki a second time. Health is relatively even, especially after that shot from the Hydra. Beppe only a slight about behind, going to burn the rush, gets the juggle, but can't land all of the rush. Might have killed there, but might means nothing. Yoshi is in the red, but is going to pop the rush. Doesn't get punished for it, and lands the second round on the Seiki to take the health lead. And the KO with an uncharged slap. Sneaking around, putting Beppe down in the first round of this game. Beppe has put the Hydra away, and is going to go with double Sparky. Now, as we saw, the huge Sparky on Iceman's Min Min completely eviscerated myself. How is it going to work with Yoshi Bowser? Do a good job keeping Bark down, bopping that poor doggo in the face. But Yoshi is peppering away with those slaps, shields through the rush, and gets a grab. Beppe narrowly avoids the charge Seiki. Cannot afford to get hit with the rush. 380 damage. If Yoshi had landed the final part of that combination, it would have been over there, but seconds later, Yoshi takes the game. Yoshi with a 1-0 lead. You're planning on using Min today as well, are you, Riff? Good to know. I mean, not that I'll get to fight you. But good to know for, the perspective of stealing information. Right, we are going to the Mausoleum. Both players are ready to go. Beppe choosing to return to the Ribanista of Beppe's primary usage. Going with the Burchuck and a Slapamander as well, so there is plenty of hot slapping. It's a grab that lands. It's going to be much more difficult for Yoshi to land these two curving arms against the now much more mobile Beppe. But as long as Yoshi can keep Beppe grounded, everyone's the same size on the floor. And Yoshi adjusts. Oh, they shut down from that slap, narrowly saving Beppe from a fate worse than explosion. And another grab from Beppe will continue to put pressure on Yoshi. Beppe gets another grab here. Yoshi now in a critical health condition. Beppe, oh, nearly with the grab, gets another slap. Yoshi cannot really afford to take any more damage. Needs to start getting some momentum shift there. Oh, Yoshi very, very lucky there. But the luck runs out. Beppe lands one more and gets first round in the set. And Beppe does come in with rush, but Yoshi will have it within seconds as well. Yoshi being shut down from left to right here. Beppe guessing very well which way Yoshi's going to move. Yoshi shields through the rush, wins the game of chicken, and now can start trying to make a comeback. But Beppe has made a huge lead here. That lead could evaporate in seconds if Yoshi is to land the rush with the Seiki, but it's so difficult with the Slapamanda combo. Raw, no less. And right there, 360 damage does a great deal to bring the health deficit down. But Yoshi is already on last hit and just trying to counter everything Beppe puts in. Yoshi's timing was doing really well there, but it wasn't quite enough to stop the continuous onslaught from Beppe. Beppe nearly panicking a bit too much there, kept jumping up straight away and coming straight at Yoshi, hoping to land the hit. It did pay off, but many times there Yoshi got the punish. So all to play for going into the final round, which will be at Via Dolce. No character swaps. A much narrower stage for Beppe to try and evade. Much better for Yoshi's combination. Yoshi putting away the Seiki and now bringing out the Megawatt. We haven't seen the Megawatt from Yoshi today so far. It's a bit of a risk. It is slow, but it hits hard. And with this stage as well, it's probably going to be easier for Yoshi to combo the rush. But it's so difficult to hit such a mobile character with such a big, slow arm. As seen by the fact that so far Yoshi's hits have come from the slap. But he's hiding the Megawatt behind the initial shot from the slap. Yoshi moving side to side and mostly using the Megawatt defensively to prevent the shots coming in from Beppe. Learning from what came in at the end of that last round. 180 damage, not what Beppe would have wanted. Sitting up into a grab is also not what Yoshi would have wanted, so no one's getting what they want. And finally, a boop from the Megawatt. It was uncharged, so no shock paralysis. Yoshi living dangerously here, trying to avoid anything. But that Slapamanda does ultimately sneak around the back. Bark couldn't prevent it. Very tight angle there, actually. And Beppe going to straight gloves. Yoshi going with double slaps. Both feeling the frustrations and just going with simple and effective strategies here. Yoshi trying to overwhelm with angles and knockdowns. Beppe trying to overwhelm with sheer punching power. As you can see, both of them exchanging quite rapidly. Yoshi's going to shift into second gear, gets the juggle, 290 damage on the rush, but he cannot afford. Oh, so close with that grab. Ribbon's grabbing is so narrow. Yoshi, one slap, two slap. Whoever hits next is going to. Oh, it's going to be a grab. It's going to be a grab, and Beppe is going to take it to nothing. 2-1. Congrats to Beppe. Very, very narrow. Be great if I could press the right buttons. Very, very narrow margins there. Hey JK, hey Mimo. Well played, lads. The riff is typing. Let's refresh. So Beppe will be moving on to face Riffer. Don't know what's happening with Mr. Adal and Gachimami. Looks like next matchup will be this doofus right here against the loser of Adal and Gachimami. So it won't be too long until our next battle ski. Oh, whoa, whoa, oh, whoa, whoa, oh, whoa, whoa, woof, 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 woof. Ba-da-ba. Ba-ba-ba-ba. I will not sing for anyone, JK. No one. Dazzler is massive everywhere he goes. Dazzler is massive everywhere he goes. Everywhere he goes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Dazzler is massive everywhere he goes. Dazzler is massive everywhere he goes. Everywhere he goes. Ba-da-ba. Oh, it's Mr. Adal that I'm up against. Interesting. Mr. Man. Mr. Man. Mr. Man. Mr. Man. Mr. Man. Mr. Man. Ba ba da ba da ba ba ba. Right, so I get to be beaten up by Mr. Adal next. Nice. Just make sure that This is not pools anymore, this is loser pools, because I'm a loser. Yeah. Ba-da-ba, ba-da, ba-da-da, ba-da-da. It looks like we'll be going random for the stage. Right, once random starter stages. So that is Moors, Buster, DNA, Temple, Sparring. Good luck. Have fun, Mr. Mister. Hey, Mr. Mister. Ah, Mr. Dahl is using the Helix. Of course, of course. I forgot to change my character. Oh well. That's what I get for doing commentary and singing for JK. Yeah, I wasn't intending on being ribbon for this. I was supposed to be Springman! Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Nice hidden popper there from Mr. Adal. Whew. Very lucky, had to press buttons. Yeah, concentration too high. Words failing. Ha! That was fun! Nice rush interactions. Huh. Yeah. Yeah, I shouldn't have taken a round. Oh well. I'm going to die to these gloves. Or glove and a popper. Lucky grab. Unlucky rush. Oh, fell out of it. That'll do. Boo, boo, boo. Lucky grab. Lucky grab. Lucky rush. Sorry, Mr. Adal. I wasn't even supposed to have that character out. I apologize. He will formally swap to Springman. Oh god, I don't even have my my normal Clapman set on because of the filming I've been doing. What is the final part of the Clapman set? Anyone remember? Oh, it's slap. It slaps. Okay, we go once more. Mr. Dahl bringing out the Goo Boy still. Okay. Here we go. Clapman! It's such a stupid set, this, but I just enjoy it because it's different. No part of it makes sense. That back doesn't work with deflect. T-Bird is not a great arm on someone like Spring. But I just find it interesting to run. Oh, very fortunate with landing on the steps there. I'm gonna die. Yep. Just couldn't get anything going. That was very deserved. Yeah, Defer did use T-Bird on Spring, but Defer is a much better player than me. Just eating the pure rush. Dazzer is massive. Everywhere he goes. There goes the clapback. Rushing in the corner. Rushing in the corner. Right, now I'm gonna die. Because there are no pillars anywhere I go. And that is Mr. Adal getting a very deserved goal. Right. Okay. What do we do? There's only one thing to do, really, isn't there? But that is wrong. Okay, here we go. Game 3 for Mr. Adal to destroy my ass. Go back to Buster. Parabola set number 2. Gonna die. This isn't a great matchup. But it is what it is. I've never wasted my time thinking about matchups. And that is game. Ba-da-ba. Okay. Parabola set number 2 didn't work, so we go for parabola set number 3. Parabola set 3 doing better, but it is not infallible. Bloody Guardian. It's not game yet, but it's game. It just wasn't game the way I expected it. Okay, here we go. Sticking with parabola set number 3. That was just so dumb. I'm just going to keep grabbing. Because why not? Who needs to play the game properly, eh? GG's, Mr. Adal. Thankfully my run is over. Now I can get on with the actual show. Apologies. I only signed up for the numbers. Right, next up is Riffa and Beppe. What is winners semi-finals? Riffa. What do you reckon? We getting Min Min versus Min Min off? Maybe. Let's get scores reset. Accurate information. Ba-da-da. Right, we're going to Temple Bemple. Beppe is going with the Ribonista. Sticking with what got the win in fight with Yoshi. Here we go, winners semi-finals, game number 1. And it is Beppe with the opening salvo, taking down Riffer's Lockmin. Or is it Minjaw? I'm going to call it Minjaw because that sounds hilarious. So, Riffer struggling to get in the game, gets a little 1-2 uncharged combination to get a knockdown on Beppe, and then a projectile from the Lockjaw gets a second knockdown. And Riffer's now starting to establish a bit of presence in the neutral zone. Beppe backs Riffer into the corner, but Riffer does get the giant Lockjaw back up. For a time, Riffer now under 25% health. Beppe still over a third left. Both players have rush. And that Minjaw just munching right through Beppe's health. And all of a sudden Riffer in the lead, punching through the grab attempt and slaps Beppe down. Lockjaw going away, and now we have Siki on the Dragon Arm. Now we're going to have just permanently charged missiles for a while. Very dangerous to have that though if they get shot down. Beppe burns the rush, doesn't get any confirm for it though, and Riffer sits right up into the grab. Nearly has his shield broken. Gets grabbed just as he got the Dragon Arm back charged. Riffer looking to work these min kicks in as well. Beppe has taken the lead with the double roaster set. Is going to pop the rush. Doesn't get the whole of it though, and could that be critical there? One more hit would have sealed the deal. But now Riffer has rush, has the charged Siki arm, and just needs to pop off if he can. Just evades the self-exploded Siki, leading to a combo with the grab. Burns the rush, doesn't land it though, and Beppe will have rush again very soon. Doesn't need it, hits the grab, evens it up at 1 round apiece. And we will be moving on to round 3. Riffer does not bring the Lockjaw back. He is sticking with the giant Siki of Doom, Death and Destruction. The Siki is literally massive. It's like a Daz Siki. Beppe sticking with those roasters. Why don't you just punch Riffer in the face? Baits with the grab. Mind games. Riffer wins the mind games. Beppe burns the rush for no gain whatsoever. Gets slapped, and Riffer, I was going to say he landed nothing of the rush, but gets the second wave. Beppe just getting up too early from that. Not respecting that Riffer could still launch more. Desperation grab attempts. But the Slamamander slaps Beppe in the Bahuki. Having the Riff 1 foot in Grand Finals. DNA and Ninja is banned. We go to Via Dolce. No character changes. There are arm changes on deck. No roasters from Beppe. We see nades. And it is just going to be double nades trying to punch through that monstrous lockjaw. And you see Riffa leads almost exclusively with the lockjaw when it's charged, because it can just munch through everything else because of its weight, and then follows up with that Slamamander shot into the wind confirm rush, nearly gets the kill, and it's just going to happily send the Slamamander from behind the lockjaw into Beppe's face, taking the first round. Lockjaw away, we're going Slam on the left, Tiki on the right, against the Slap on the left and the Burchuck on the right. And here's Riffa. Riffa nearly was getting the cheeky wake up grab there. Cheeky slapper, you. Knocks Beppe out of the air again, but gets grabbed for his trouble. And Beppe launch rush instantaneously. Does not pay off. Gets Siki down. That giant slam is now there, threatening the combination with the rush from that Iki. Beppe unable to follow up on the broken arm of Riffa, but just moving side to side, looking to create angles for the slam to sneak around the back. Meanwhile, Beppe almost exclusively going straight forwards with both the Burchuck and the slap, looking to just maximize the narrowness of Via Dolce. Going to pop the rush again straight away. Very unsafe and very much not going to land on Riffa. Does get the grab, and Beppe does have the health lead at this point. Riffa taking his time, really wants to get a confirmed rush here. With only 6 seconds left on the clock though, Beppe can just shield up and just take everything. Again, we're going to round 3. Burchuck thought about putting it away for the nade, gonna keep it. Burchuck rush is very, very nice. Oof. And Riffa is going to immediately land the juggle. Actually got Beppe to restand there. Could have potentially launched a grab, but that's so uncommon in this game when launching a rush, especially off a win confirm. I think everyone was caught by surprise. Beppe launches the rush raw, gets 180 damage, but more importantly gets some separation from Riffa. He gets a grab. Finally getting a foothold in this round. Shields at the last second. But the slam comes through and Riffa goes through, following it to his destiny. Destino. Looks like we're getting Ice and Gacha Mummy up next. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Whoa, 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 da, da. So it looks like we'll have gotten everybody on stream today. I think that's everybody anyway. So our second winner's semi-final, the Iceman versus Gacha Mummy. Gacha Mummy. Gacha Mummy. Go Gacha Mummy. Da 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 da. Let's go Gacha Mummy. Da 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 da. Go Gacha Mummy. We're gonna be not going to sparring, temple ground or DNA lab. Iceman wants to go to the mausoleum. Yep. Bum 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 ba da ba 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 da ba da na na. Gacha Mummy's ready. Iceman is ready. We go to the mausoleum, home ground of the Master Mummy. Iceman bringing out the traditional Min set. Gacha Mummy bringing out bubs, clapbacks, and retorches. So Ice is going to be starting out with the Sparky and the Ice Dragon. It's going to stand there and wait for the clapback to do its thing. Launches the Sparky, gets the grab, and keeps his permanently charged Sparky, trying to jump over the clapback, getting the angles around it. Does not want the oppressive Mummy to oppress him. Nice grab from the Iceman, trying to keep things away with the Ice Dragon. Gets another Sparky in, gets the grab, another traditional Iceman combo. Each one taking away a quarter of the opponent's health. Ice Dragon keeps meeting the clapback in the middle. Sparky and Bub cancelling each other out. Iceman nearly getting Sparkied in his own head, but is going to... Ooh! Not enough time to get across and make his leap into the rush. And is also just going to narrowly avoid the giant clapback. Neither player's rush doing what they wanted. Iceman's health is getting slivered away with these bubs coming through. Oof. Manages to punch through the grab attempt. Iceman really isn't able to do much against this. Uses the freeze of the thing though. Freeze of the laser beam. Gets the grab off of it. And that might be enough to see Iceman through this round. No one pops their rush off in the dying seconds, choosing to keep it for round number 2. The clapback is away, and now we have got double Bub Mummy. Tries to leap away and launch the counter rush, but Iceman's was already launching through the air. And now Gacha Mummy may well end up regretting burning that rush. Another bread and butter combo for the Iceman. He's just got to work his way through the incoming double Bub spam and gets his timing just right enough to land a couple of grabs and take the first game. Iceman in pole position, looking to arrange a date with Riffa in Grand Finals. But it is, of course, Gacha Mummy who will have the opportunity to pick the counterpick stage now. Opting to go with Buster Beach. Ice having banned both Sparring and Via Dolce. 2 close quarter stages. Gacha Mummy will be hoping to try and corner Iceman. A feat easier said than done. Clapback is away and the Kablammer is out. Will that Kablama be able to come over the top of the dragon and keep Ice's Min down? We're looking for Whack-A-Min here. Ice gets the early Sparky charge, but it is Gatchamummy that gets the first bit of damage. But a straight shot and grab put things in Ice's favour. Now, the uncharged nature of these arms coming in means that Gatchamummy is not getting the knockdowns, but he does get a big grab for 205. And a grab back from Iceman. Gatchamummy has the health and the rush advantage here. Has to be careful of those laser beams. Ice predominantly throwing out Sparkies and using the dragon as a defensive option. But you just got to be careful because you don't know where they're coming from. Ice tried to get the punish there. Not able to land it and did still end up eating some of that rush. Ice gets his dragon arm back up. Ice in trouble though, and that is going to be the round to Gatchamummy. Never underestimate the big mummy slam. 205 live. And despite some initial jank there at the start, Ice does land his rush. 325 damage, gets knocked down with the Kablama. Well, guessing the jank isn't too much for either player to overcome at the moment, as they are playing on. Gatchamummy just throwing that bob out over and over again. Does land the huge Kablama rush. Ice gets the 1-2 knockdown and the dragon arm up. Has to be careful of that Kablama. Gets the grab. Evens things up at 1 round apiece, but that one was very close. That was anyone's game at that point. So we move to the final round. Gatchamummy playing to stay in winner's side of bracket. Iceman playing to fight Riffa in a best of 5. And Ice does get his grab off. Tries to move in close. Gatchamummy pops the rush as soon as he sees the Ice coming in. Ice shields, gets a freeze, gets a grab, and marginal health lead. This is a very oppressive mummy here. Ice unable to land the rush. I have to feel that had to be a bit of a lag spike there. Ice manages to get the grab, gets knocked down though. Gatchamummy does have rush, gets a shot with the bub, and this could be devastating if it lands. It doesn't. Iceman counters, gets the Sparky into the grab, and just escapes with his life. Iceman taking the set 2-0. That really doesn't tell the story there. Gatchamummy putting up a great fight against Iceman there. So, looks like Riffa will be joining us straight away for winners finals. Means I have to do thingies. Get everything reset. Okay. So let's find out where we're going. And also, in the meantime, how things are progressing in the losers bracket. So Beppe and Mr. Adal are having a date, and Gachimami will be going down to fight Yoshi. Rifa is banning DNA. Let's just see if I can find out what's going on. Alright, Beppe and Adal are currently underway. We're going to Temple Grounds for our first fight between Rifa and the Man of Ice. Both ready up at the same time. Iceman is bringing out his Springtron. Both bringing out lesser spotted characters of theirs. We are 91 editions into EUAC at this point, so absolutely nothing should surprise anyone at this point. But having felt the power of Iceman's Springtron very much firsthand recently, and Springtron was always one of Iceman's better characters, so this should be quite the test for Rifa and his Minjaw. Rifa so far munching through the Tribolts. Iceman unable to do anything from the stun of that Tribolt. I think it caught him by surprise that it landed. Ice having to throw a lot of uncharged shots here just to try and get around that huge Minjaw. Ice teasing the EMP charge, but he knows Rifa will be right there with the punish. Now, as I say that, he gets his EMP charged and Rifa was not there with the punish. Rifa was trying to close the gap. Ice unable to really do anything with the EMP. Manages to break the lockjaw with the second EMP. Oh, and jumps away from the rush. Ice now, of course, has gotten several EMPs off, but Rifa has a massive health lead. Rifa's just going to turtle up in the corner. Rifa doesn't have to do a damn thing at this point. That's the thing, when you get to 10 seconds left and you have that much of a health lead, you can just take all the grabs you want. The Minjaw is away, the Seiki is out. That should work in Ice's favour at this point, because Ice was unable to get much of a foothold early in the round previously because of the lockjaw. Now Seiki is not... Oh, so explosion arms generally are not kind to deflect characters. They do mess up your timing because you can deflect the first hit, but the explosion will still get you. Ice gets his EMP off. Is he going to be able to do much with it? He gets knocked out of it. Rifa with a little bit of a deficit to make up at this point. Ice just barely using the boomerang to knock down the Seiki. Ooh, Rifa thought about going for the rush juggle there. Realised that Iceman was not going to come around high enough. And looked. He's looking for the combo. He tried it the first time, but Ice didn't get hit with the Salamander the first time to win confirm into that rush. He gets it a second time though, gets the stun, gets the win confirm, and then the rush. 450 monstrous damage later, officially, and Rifa takes the first game. Right, we're going back to Temple for game 2. Iceman bringing out the Bite and Bark. We have a Roaster and a Seeky. Now, this is definitely unusual for Mr. Man. But he's happily sending those Seekies out from above. Gets 2 in a row, mixes it up. Refa says no thank you and beats up Bark. What a douche. And so Iceman starts bouncingly happy, apparently. He's also bouncing happily. And that slam comes through and takes out Bark, and then another beautiful combination. Oh, the rush! Gets counter rushed. As our Lord and Saviour Shrimps used to say, rush the rusher. And Rifa embodying that right there. And now the pillars are starting to melt away in the face of the Minjaw. As is Iceman's health. Ice trying to use Bark in any way he can. But Bark's bite is nowhere near as potent as the Minjaw's. Ice desperately trying to get rush ready. But no matter how many times Bark tries to launch his attacks on Rifa, Rifa slaps Ice in the feet and takes the round. No cheeky grab. No cheeky grab there either. Just a big old slamamander getting pushed away. Ice jumping through the air there. We do know how Iceman loves to be aerial. Oof. I can feel the pain of that grab not landing there. Mere pixels out of range. Oh, Rifa raw 355 rush. Rifa looking to establish some dominance there. Iceman nearly gets Seekied by his own Seeky. And the slam connecting before Iceman's Seeky could get around into Rifa's buttocks. An unsafe but very productive 455 rush. The grab as well. But that's not enough for Iceman. Gotta be so careful because that slam keeps coming around the corner. The Seekies both hit the pillars. They will go soon. There it is. The pillar's gone. Ice has nowhere to hide. Doesn't need to hide. Punches Rifa in the face. In the face. In the face. Lockjaw's back out. Seeky is away. Rifa's like, no, you're not taking this 1-1. Nice man. Well, he begs to disagree. Oof. Bark gets taken down. Nice man working on the arm. 290 damage. About 2/3 of what Ice was hoping for there. Oh, but that is a very nice combo. Oh, Ice just linking these attacks together here. Rifa has taken about 6, I think 7 attacks without reply. Gets a little bit back in, but that is a lot of damage to make up. 375 rush, and Rifa is still massively behind. That slam is keeping him down. He does have the permanently charged version as well. Iceman has rush, releases his shield too early, gets 50 damage, but in exchange the Seeky comes through, bumps Rifa on the noggin. And with that, It's one apiece. Could be in for a long one, folks. But Riffer has had enough playing at Temple. We're going to the Mausoleum. Beppe has taken a 2-0 victory over Mr. Adal. Waiting for the result of Gacha Mummy and Yoshi Bowser in Losers Round 2. So sticking with the Bite and Bark and the Min Min. And we still have the Minjaw. We still have the Roast Seiki. Sunday Roast Seiki. And Ice gets a knockdown to take out the Dragon Arm. Not for long though. Second Riffer gets a knockdown. Gets that Dragon Arm charged and makes the most of it by throwing the giant Minjaw through several times. Just mincing through Iceman's offense. And Iceman minces through Riffer's health, 435 off of that rush. These two have played each other so many times in such high profile and high pressure situations. They're both thinking 18 steps ahead, trying to figure out where the other one is coming from. And it is the Minjaw that comes through Ice's attacks once more, giving Riffer the first round. Riffer also retains his rush. The Seiki is away, the slap is out. Iceman with a bootleg Yoshi Bowser, opting for the Roaster instead of the Megawatt. What a Philistine. Everyone knows you can only play the full Yoshi Bowser set. Oh, the Rusher once more. Neither one gets what they're fully looking for, but I think both will take it in the circumstances. And so we're back to a neutral position, both players around half health. That is a big knockdown for Riffer, not able to get the Dragon Arm charge off the back of it though. Iceman bringing the slap in has made his set much faster. Riffer has to respect the quickness and the angles that these attacks are coming from. Doesn't have to respect them too much though. The health is so similar, but Riffer does have the advantage. And in that Dragon Arm state, Iceman so dangerous. Moving at the last possible second. Oh, Iceman caught in the sky, nowhere to go. Is good boy Doggo taken out. He just lands straight into the Lockjaw rush. Riffer taking a 2-1 lead. One game away from the grand final. We're going to Tempen Purple. And so, Iceman bringing out the ribbon. When the going gets tough, the tough get going. There will be no more bite and bark. Ice needs the win, and he needs it now. Riffer has played this ribbon from Iceman so many times at this point. I mean, it's difficult to swat a ribbon with a lockjaw. Anyone can do it. It's Riffa. We've already seen him take down Beppe today. Can he take down one of the greatest ribbons that the world has ever seen with his Minjaw today? That's excellent patience from Riffa here. No, nearly got the grab as well. That lockjaw, man. It's difficult to get it going, but once you do, it's like a juggernaut. It's huge. It glomps. It chomps. It fromps. And Riffa one game away from grand finals with it. Nice with the slapperdoodles. Lands straight into the grab. That was absolutely perfect timing from Riffa there. Is there any denying that Riffa might be the very best arms player in the world? It's up to Iceman right now to try and prove he's not the best in the EU. And just like Riffa taking the first round by storm, the lockjaw being put away has allowed Iceman to really get a foothold here. Doesn't have to worry about trying to punch through that heavy arm and just punches through Riffa's life force, evening it out at 1 round apiece. Riffa teases changing things, doesn't bring the lockjaw back out. Gets grabbed right at the start. Now, oh, Riffa nearly getting a perma-charged Slamamander. And now he's got no pillars to hide behind to try and do that. He's going to do it off the back of a knockdown. Both players happily sitting on rush. Riffa thinks about it, decides it's not worth trying to get the confirmed rush here. I need to save this for when I'm either in trouble or when I think I can finish things in one fell swoop. And we've seen Riffa do that already once today. Iceman tries to pop the rush raw, but manages to back off and get out without being punished for it. But now advantage Riffa. Riffa can just pepper Iceman, gets his dragon arm. Iceman will have to work very hard to get a rush and get Riffa in a position where he can land it. There's only 20 seconds left to go. Riffa is just suppressing Iceman's ambitions here. 10 seconds left. Iceman finally gets a rush available. And just like that. Oh, Riffa nearly manages to land the style explosion. It's not going to matter. Iceman cannot catch him in those dying seconds. Riffa takes the set 3-1. All the G's. Iceman will be back in losers finals. Oh Christ, who got in first? Doesn't matter. So this is losers semi-finals. It is Gatchamummy and it is Beppe. And I am guessing Beppe got in first. Just guessing. We'll swap it around if necessary. As and when. Losers semis. Yes. Okay. Buster Beach. Is the name of the game. We have Gacha Mummy against Beppe. Many bubs. And a revolver, less a spotted arm. But if Beppe can get the timing and the spread across, could be very useful, but does have to get it through these big giant fists. So there you go. Gets a shock, gets a knockdown, and then a grab upon wake up. So you gotta be careful because that shield is taking a beating. And it leads straight to the rush coming through. Beppe dancing, dodging. Doesn't go for any follow-up because the revolver's shock time is shockingly low. Beppe getting bumped in the noggin. Gacha Mummy takes the first round. We are back to best of 3, incidentally. Gacha Mummy is ready. Beppe gets ready to go. Jumps down into the shot from the bub. And gets grabbed as well. Beppe trying a close range grab and a close range rush. Nothing doing. Gacha Mummy will walk away completely unscathed. And that's what Beppe's got to do more of. Got to send that slap, Amanda, just around the outside. Problem is the slap is the only defensive option he has because the retorture will not stop the bubs. And that was unfortunate. Nearly landed the slam. Gacha Mummy can just keep sending these punches out relatively free. Got a lot of health to play with. And just like that, grab comes through. And Gacha Mummy takes the first round. 1 foot into losers finals. Where do we go for game 2? Beppe, you have the choice. You have the power. Going to Via Dolce. That's a brave choice. Not changing the character. But the revolver is away. It's devolved into double glove versus double glove. I'm sorry, Rap. I'm sorry. But it's Beppe that gets the first hit. I'm honestly surprised that Beppe didn't go with Roaster and the Burchuck. I thought the Burchuck would have been a very good defensive option here. I get that the Roasters are a good option for knocking down the Mummy and will meet both of those. I thought the Burchuck would be a good defensive option and also good for just creating some different angles. But Beppe is in the lead, so what do I know? Beppe getting these punches through, but Beppe really needs the charged shots here. Gacha Mummy does not need them, is able to comfortably just punch, punch, punch. And this is it. You know, Beppe needs to create different angles, because in a straight out slugfest it's just not going to happen. And like that, Gachimami manages to turn things around. Beppe definitely needs to try and get around the sides, change the angles. There we go. We got the slap in to try and change things up. Slap is difficult to work on via, but it's not by any means a bad option. Now Gacha is just waiting for that slap to come in. There it is, the oppressive option. And just working Beppe into an angle where he couldn't get the arm retraction. Beppe 375 damage, takes the lead. Nearly coming around the outside here. Let's be careful. Should really try and get further away from Gacha if possible, because those grabs coming in are nasty. And the further away Beppe is, the better odds of getting that slap around the outside. And that rush is going to pop, and that is going to be 2-0 to the Gachimami. Gachimami moving on to face the Man of Ice. Ba 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 da ba. Ba ba da da da. So no longer losers semis, but losers finals. No longer Beppe, but Iceman. No longer me, but hopefully someone better in future. Clicking all the things. Yep, now it's a best of 5. Ba 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 da ba. Do 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 do. Iceman banned sparring. It's basically his nickname at this point. No temple, no DNA. Mausoleum. So, going back to where we went the first time. Ooh, Iceman. He's got parabolas. What a crazy boyo. So it's the all electric girl. We've got a Sparky, we've got a Seiki. We know how devastating Seikis can be to heavies with super armor. There it is. Another little combination of stun and grab. That clapback is looming. It's another stun into grab. We also know how absolutely potent Iceman is with this rush with the glove and the missile. 4-2-5. Rarely does he not hit it for the maximum. That is a Seiki into a toss. Iceman taking the first round somewhat handily. Gacha will need to probably put the clapback away and is going with double retorture. Iceman will be able to punch through both of these arms. But will the spread of those fiery wizards be too much for him to handle? At the moment, the explosions from the Seiki are doing a lot of heavy lifting, making Iceman's grappling look much easier than it should be. 405 damage. Iceman's so very close to getting the first round off already. Gets the grab, and that is 1-0 to the Iceman. But this is best of 5. Plenty more legs in the set of arms. Iceman bans the sparring and Via. We go to Buster Beach for game 2. Iceman's ready. And the Gacha Mummy is also ready. Gacha Mummy bringing a Cracker. Clapback has gone back and the Cracker is out. That is another Seiki round the back into the grab. Gacha's got to be really careful. Got to try and avoid throwing out that second bob as quickly and have something to deflect the incoming Seiki. Because every time Iceman will get the timing up and around the outside. There we go, you see? If he doesn't have something to deflect it, that Seiki is going to be his undoing every single time. Deflects it that time, but not the second time, and that rush will see things through. Doesn't get the juggle. Iceman too far away. Will Gacha pop the rush or just keep it? He's not going to get the choice. Seiki in, grab away. And so one bub is away, one Cracker comes out to play. Both players looking to switch things up a little bit here. Iceman with a slightly different approach now that he has to deal with the Cracker trying to swat him out of the air. That is a big Cracker, and this is paying off for Gacha Mummy in spades. Getting the continuous knockdowns. Switches it up with the grab. Iceman is in the red for the first time in the set. That is... oh, the rush popped to counter the grab. Gacha Mummy gets a foothold. We have a game on our hands, folks. Iceman bringing double Seikis to a mummy fight. This is madness. Now Gacha Mummy has to worry about the Seiki from not just one direction but two. But so far, he is proving that the mummy is more agile than people think. And that right there is going to lead to 1, 2, 3. Oh, the third one doesn't come off. Iceman looking for the triple Seiki explosion rush. That's just huge, and unable to get the follow-up, but he's going to get it this time, and that is going to be 2-0 in the set. Iceman very close to getting his rematch with Riffa in Grand Finals. But we're not done yet. But Gacha Mummy will have to win 3 straight games against one of the very best the ARMS community has ever seen. Staying on Buster Beach. No character changes. Will there be any arm changes? The Cracker is gone, and a Megaton is in. Megaton hoping to mow its way through what Iceman has to offer here. And that is a surprisingly good option. It will knock down the Seiki. Gacha has to make sure that he doesn't just mindlessly throw it out. As we've seen so far, Gacha is very happy to continually throw gloves. That Megawatt needs to be used almost purely defensively here. And it is Gacha that has the lead, is going to rush, but the Seiki breaks it up, saving Iceman from a world of hurt there. Iceman evens the health up. Iceman put in the red and hops onto the buff. Iceman is looking for the stun, gets the grab. Wouldn't have killed with the rush there even if it was pure, but is going to land it raw the second time. Iceman 1 round away from Grand Finals. With a round to play with, Iceman is going to bring out the Parabon of Virtue. Now this is going to struggle with the Megawatt and is going to match the buff, but is not going to be able to deal with the rush. 335 damage. Now the rush potential of the Parabon is significantly less. Ice could have followed up with a grab there. Again, I think caught off guard, but Ice's movement with Ribbon is so much better than my own. Does get grabbed, will have rush soon. Will need to probably save it for round 3. Ice, you gonna put the parabolas away and bring the Seekis back out? He's not, he's going for it. Ice wants to make this work. Does leap into the buff. Avoids the rush, and that is big for Mr. Iceman. But he's unable to get these charged parabolas out. Oh, it breaks his arm! Ice is going to launch the rush. 395, that is almost a perfect rush combination from the double parabolas there. And Ice is still far, far behind the Gacha Mummy. And Ice is just not able to get in and be as oppressive as he wants. That Megaton melting through his offense. And Gacha Mummy gets 1 on the board. Ninja College and DNA Lab have been banned. Let's see what Icy wants. Icy wants Temple. Hey, I'm not standing for that. Not standing for that language, Icy. You don't call the Parabon silly. I'm pretty sure Parabon is an original set by myself. I'm pretty sure that actually is. I don't think anyone else is stupid enough to try and make it work. And so we have got ourselves the Ribbon Bomber. Pure and simple. just about maximum extension time on that grab. Oh, the sheer explosions. I mean, right there, you spell pain, AOE. Whew. More explosions. Ice trying to use the Seiki again and just launching 390 damage. Oh, that Seiki nearly came across. Does over the second time. Ice gets the P. And so now Gachi must clear that out of his mind and must hug him to death. Punching him in the face is also fine, 265 damage off the rush, but a hug works just as nicely. 5 hugs works even better. Ice, you're not supposed to be the one giving hugs. It should be Gacha. Ice is just going to pop the rush. 350 damage. Despite having a bit of a wonky start. Oof, and the Seiki leads to a grab. Ice still trying to catch up. He's going to be able to do that with a Seiki and a grab. Does give Gachimami rush. Gachi's going to have to pop that off soon. Try and stay in this one. Cannot afford to let Iceman get another rush charged. Or even get a charged Seiki out. And Ice knows this going to... Oh! Cancels the rush with the Seiki explosion. Doesn't get the kill from it though. Instead, an uncharged nade will finish the job. Iceman takes the set 3-1 and will go on to fight Riffa in Grand Finals. Congratulations to Gachi for making it to 3rd place today. Always nice to see new names on the podium. And switch things up. But now it's time, ladies and gentlemen, for your main event of the evening. 5 rounds in the EUAC Heavyweight Division. Fighting out of the left corner. He is a ribbon girl and Min Min Main, with a ridiculous amount of EUAC championships unto his name. Former world rank #1. He is the Iceman. Iceman 92. And in the right hand corner, he is from Germany. He is great at Ninjara, he is great at Masango, and he is great at moderating. He has also won a ridiculous amount of EUAC championships. He is the one, the only, the god of European arms, Riffa. Or something like that. Okay, so after all that, DNA lab for game 1. Now, Riffer, that's just rude. Bringing out a mummy with a Scully and a Lockjaw, when all we've seen so far today is your Min Min. So Ice is going to the traditional Iceman. We've got that Sparky, we've got that Ice Dragon. Trying to take down the double bitey power of Riffer's massive Master Mummy. Very cagey so far. Obviously Riffer did defeat Iceman earlier in winners finals. So Iceman looking to not only win this set best of 5, but will have to win a second best of 5 set if he wants to topple Riffer today. That is a good little number there. Freeze from the Ice Dragon into the Sparky, into the grab, into a second grab on the wake up. As the Dragon Sparky lined up has Rush. And that is going to be round 1 in Iceman's pocket. Ice goes for the pineapple grab, doesn't get it, does get the freeze and a couple of little shots. I'm pretty sure he managed to hit Riffer with just the dragon's mouth there. Lands the rush for 355 damage, doesn't get the grab though. The Lockjaw sees that's not going to be the case. Another charged Lockjaw with more and more damage on the Iceman. That's Scully's got to do a lot of work to keep up with its Lockjaw brother today. Oh, I would have been tempted to throw out a grab there if I was Riffer, but I'm not Riffer. Riffer is much better and much smarter than I am. And Riffer is the one fighting his way back into this round. Gets frozen though, again. Trying to just put Ice off with these Scully shots. Trying to get the read of the room. Doesn't manage to land. And Ice is going to come in with the rush and take this first game. But he's only a third of the way to getting a rematch of the rematch. Damn, guys, you're too quick. Too quick. Typing that thing. I'm pretty sure Ice just has Sparring Via copy pasted, ready to go every time. Don't see any changes. Although I didn't check to see what Riffer's third arm was last time, but this time I can confirm it is in fact Nibbles. So, this is Riffer's most bitiest set. We've got Pecs, we've got Chomps, and we've got Nibbles. This is one hungry mummy. Hungry for victory, hungry for success, hungry for not being hit by rushes. The grab does not land. The Riffer's just a split second behind on Ice's movement here. How much of that is the mummy's movement? How much of that is the Lockjaw being just a slow little bugger? Now, was that a purely defensive reflex? Was that an accidental rush? Or was that Riffer just trying to mind games? We'll never know unless we ask Riffer. Riffer, what was that rush all about? Answers on a postcard. The Lockjaw is going away, and now we've got Skull Nibbles. Riffa really wants to bite with poisonous intent. Turtled up, but got grabbed for his sins and punished off for the whiff grab attempt there as well. I mean, this is definitely a set that Riffa does not normally use, and it's up against Iceman's arguably most potent set. It's very much an uphill struggle here. If we're going to pop the rush, hoping to catch Iceman unawares. Does manage to get some poison in. But those laser beams trailing back and forth. Going to put Iceman in control of the set. One more and we will go to a bracket reset. Jesus, guys. Calm down. Like, you don't need to do your bands that quickly. Oh, Riffa is putting the mummy away and it's bringing out the Min Min. Is it the Min Jaw? It's the Min Jaw. Oh, but the Chakram's coming out to play now. Iceman with the Chakram! That Chakram rush, we haven't really seen it today, but it is monstrous. Someone needs to look into the viability of Chakram and Lockjaw and call it Chakjaw. Oh wait, we did that many years ago. It was actually one of the first sets that I tried to use on my Springtron, and Replicant helped me develop it. Oof, that Ram Rush is one of the main reasons why. And then 2 years later he thought he'd stumbled across a set combination that no one had used and was trying to make it his own. And I was like, dude, you helped me develop this 2 years ago. And that Chakram keeping Riffa back. I used both offensively and defensively. There's the offense side of it. So Ice one round away from bracket reset. Riffa looking to halt his momentum right here. That's a good exchange for Riffa. Manages to get away from Ice popping the rush the second he got it as well. Riffa just looking to... Oof! Iceman caught between a rock and a hard place there. Lockjaw projectile, Lockjaw and the slam all coming together within a split second. Just tossing Iceman hither and yon. Now this battle of the Min-Mins. All the pillars are gone. Riffa gets a knockdown but is frozen from the ice beam and thus was not able to get the dragon arm up. Both get their arms up. The dragon arms up. There's Riffa that came out on top. Now both playing the long range game. Trying to chip at each other's health. Oh, that's unfortunate for Riffa. Iceman has the rush advantage with arguably the best rush in the game. Riffa's also now behind in health. Iceman is going to land the rush. I'm going to take the set. 3-0. And so we go to Bracchetto Resetto. So we go again. What a treat. 3 matches between Iceman and Riffa. Stop me if you've heard this one before. Right, we're going back to Temple for the first game of the bracket reset. Back to Temple, back to Min Mins, back to Riffa, back to Iceman, back to the future, part 3. Which means there will be a cowboy called Clint Eastwood. Oof, the Lockjaw. Lockjaw sneaking around, keeping Riffa in this one. Look how long that Lockjaw was out before he came back. The sheer angle from Riffa's arm there was ridiculous. Speaking of ridiculous, it's almost as if the second we get to the bracket reset, Riffa turns it up another notch. How many gears do these guys have in reserve? It's absolutely redonkulous. Well, Riffa taking his time. That could be a mistake here. Constantly throwing out that Lockjaw was keeping Ice at bay. Doesn't matter. I don't know what I'm talking about. He burns the rush, gets the round. Who let me do the talking? Iceman opting not to charge the Dragon Arm. Instead, tried to catch Riffa. And then tried to catch him with the rush. Didn't even get the arm break, it was very close. But that was 2 exchanges that went in Riffa's favour. And yet, Iceman is the one with the health lead. And now Riffa has a broken arm. Gets shot down. There is no engorged Minjaw. There is, however, a ginormous Min Ring. Incidentally, this Min Min vs Min Min Grand Final is brought to you in part by the Min Min Amiibo, which releases this coming Friday. Check your local supplier to see if they have it in stock. That's a nice Slamamander shot. Riffa did not have rush, otherwise I'm sure he would have loved to have used the win confirm for the juggle. But he's going to keep munching with that Lockjaw. Oof, the hungry jaw. He's going to back away. Oof, still gets clobbered for 300 damage, but Riffa does not die. Will not die. Cannot die. Is not die. Who could possibly die? Not Riffa, he says. Not I. Burns the rush to keep him alive. And takes the round. And Riffa takes the first game in the newly minted bracket reset. What a player. What an absolute player. Iceman dodged when I should have just blocked, haha. Back to Temple. We're going to the Japan special today. It's all Temple, all the time. No changes. No Lockjaw. Seeky time. Riffa does have a game in the pocket, so he can afford to put the Lockjaw away and try and make his Seeky strategies work against Iceman's Min Min. But it cannot just punch through his giant chakram, and that means that Iceman can become the full monster. You just look at him, just probe him with that fucking giant ring. Riffa gets some damage on the board, but there is a lot more to go still. Now, Oh, oh, Riffa, you cheeky little git! Just managing to get away from the incoming chakram. And Riffa will not burn the rush until he knows it's going to kill. Because otherwise, he might as well just be handing the start of the next round over to Iceman. But that dragon-sized Seiki is putting a lot of pressure on Iceman now. And more importantly, Iceman does not have his dragon-sized chakram. Iceman trying to create angles. 20 seconds left. Is there going to be enough time for Riffa to get back in this one? He is slowly doing it. He lands that Slamamander. Oof, Riffa. He's gonna be pushed away from that rush. Iceman uses it as a defense to just do enough damage to keep Riffa away for long enough. It's not often you see a defensively used offensive rush. Now Iceman, putting away the chakram, wants to go with the Sparky. Only 200 damage for Riffa there, trying to launch the rush when Ice would least expect it. I mean, what's the point of being predictable? Gets the knockdown. Is going to get the dragon-sized Seiki up. Iceman teased launching in with the rush there. Iceman normally does come up over the top if he's going to do the rush. Much like Grimwood actually. Maybe it's a British thing, I don't know. And that is an unfortunate explosion of power from Iceman. Riffa just trying to walk his way around the corner, get himself out of harm's way, waiting for an opportunity to counter. Stops Iceman's rush. Gets frozen. Doesn't get frozen a second time though. Both opt to charge their dragon arms. Oh! And then Iceman is the one with the counter on Riffa's rush. And then Iceman evens things up at 1 apiece. Game 3 will not be the end of this bracket reset. Ooh. Riffa with the mix-up. Buster Beach, yo. Buster Beach. Buster Beach. Buster Beach. Here we go. Oh, Riffa wants this. He wants it. Goodbye, Min Min. Hello, Min Sango. But it's a cracker and a coolerang. Nice grab from Bluebird Missango. And that cracker shot putting Iceman back in the corner. Freezy McFreezy Doodles though. Freezy McFreezy Doodles on both sides. Exchanging blows in midair. Big grab from the big man of ice. The former Mr. Man. And there it is. The eagle noises that indicate that Riffa is really feeling it. Riffa wants that yellow mask. Not going to get it though. Iceman's going to make sure that whenever that yellow mask comes up, Riffa's not getting a chance to put it on. Deflects the incoming shot. Fires the rush, 320 damage from all the way across Buster Beach, and just about claws Iceman's life out of his cold dead fingers. Iceman knew that if he got that yellow mask it was gonna be bad times. And look at that sideways motion from Riffa there. Side dash from Masango with the blue mask is redonks. Moves like an absolute boss, doesn't he? Just a beauty to behold. So few players can actually work on Masango. Shout outs to JK in the chat. Nihilus, I know you're out there somewhere with your Cruisley. Ah, look at that. Ripper just playing up the mask play. Gets his yellow mask. Has his rush. And just going to try and pick apart Iceman from a distance. Knowing he can threaten with that rush. Yeah, toss away the yellow mask now. Doesn't need it anymore. And just going to use his agility. His natural agility before he uses his blue mask steroids. To keep Iceman away, and he's going to crack him in the face. Riffa, one game away from being El Campeón one more time. DNA and Temple are off. So Iceman takes the first opportunity to bring in Ninja College. I wouldn't be surprised if that means we're going to see the ribbon girl here. He's having a think. He's having a real think. Oh, it's a spring man. It's not the ribbon. It's the spring man. And it's a spring man with a chiller, a parasol, and a tri-bolt. And it is the parasol that comes through first. And now Riffa has his big boy mango. Gotta love Ninja College music, man. Here comes Riffa's Masango with his red mask. Gonna land a cracker and he's going up the stairs. Yellow mask wanted, but Iceman said no. Riffa got it anyway. Here comes the yellow mask Masango now. Both players have their rush. The megawatt is going through the parasols. Iceman's gonna freeze him. Riffa's gonna get the yellow mask back anyway. Megawatt coming through. Gonna avoid the chillers. Iceman. Gonna pop the rush. Makes Riffa waste the rush. Gets minimal damage. 20 seconds left. Iceman's got to land more damage. Riffa's defense is really good. Iceman looking for something. Gotta avoid the megawatt. Just trying to punch, but Riffa takes the round. And now Riffa. One round away from winning tournament. Cracker and megawatt versus This is the chiller and Tribolt. Gonna miss the grab. And there's the yellow mask once again. Riffer just wants that mask. Here comes Iceman arming down the stairs. Gotta look out because Riffer has the agility even though he's got a giant red body. 355 damage. It's not over, Iceman. But it is if you keep eating shots like that. Iceman. Nearly dead, nearly dead. Now he's dead. And that, ladies, gentlemen, frogs, Germans, and other means Riffer takes the final set 3-1. And that's that. Riffer is once again your Campione de Parejas. He's actually not Campione de Parejas because that's the champion of teams. He is just El Campeonato de Europa.